What's up, guys? I know I haven't been posting a lot of content lately, but I just wanted to kind of tell you guys what was going on, let you guys know what the deal was. So here it is. I've been hunting a lot, but I haven't really had the most productive season that I've ever had before. I've sat now close to probably 25, I'd say between 25 and 30 sits this season, and I've seen maybe 5 deer this year. So I've put in a whole lot of time, a whole lot of hours in the woods, but I'm just not seeing anything. So it's not like I'm not hunting. I'm there, I'm sitting. I've got a lot of footage, but I don't have any really good footage of seeing deer because, well, I haven't been seeing deer. So I actually had the opportunity to shoot a deer a couple days ago. It's the first chance I've had to get a shot off. It was a doe. I was with a buddy, and I'm going to give you guys kind of the rundown of how that whole event took place. But anyway, I've been sitting here cleaning my guns today, and in case you guys wonder how much good old-fashioned America you can put in one picture, it's a lot. But anyway, so I went with a buddy a couple days ago, and we went to his place, and he set me up in a spot. He said he had been seeing deer in pretty regular. He sees deer almost every time he goes. I sat there, I got climbed up, I got in there before dark, and I couldn't really see anything. I just knew that I was surrounded by a bunch of white oaks. I could hear acorns falling. I knew that the deer would have to be coming to that area. So I set up, got ready for it. Break of day, fast forward, I'm setting up my camera gear, and I look out, and about 87 yards from me, via rangefinder, I see a doe. Once I picked her out, it wasn't long. I started looking through the woods, and I picked out another doe, another deer, and so forth. I ended up seeing about 5 or 6 deer out in front of me total. I wasn't really sure what they were going to do, if they were going to come in, if they were going to follow that draw up. I know that I was sitting in a hardwood bottom, kind of on a ridge, looking down, and out in front of me, I don't know, 65 yards or so, is what used to be a cutover. So the timber's really, really thick. You can't really get through there too easily. It's a nightmare. And then over my left-hand shoulder, there's a pretty good little sized thicket full of saplings. And anyway, I figured those deer would try to stay between those two thickets, feeding down through those oaks, and come in there close to where I was at. So I sat there, and wasn't long before one of the does started working her way my way. And she was basically reading the script. I mean, she was coming in straight to me. Everything looked great. I really thought, okay, I'm definitely fixing to get a shot at this deer. I wasn't 100%, but I felt pretty confident. She was acting like she was fixing to do exactly like I wanted her to. So she followed those followed those little saplings off to my left, and she followed them right in there to me. And she got in about 26 yards, and she started coming out away from the thick stuff, out into the oak and right out in front of me, coming in slightly quartering to me. I was going to wait for her to give me a perfectly good broadside shot, or even maybe a slightly quartering away, which is what I ended up getting. She came into 22 yards. Super relaxed. She had no idea in the world that I was there. I was jacked up in my tree saddle, and I mean, she had no idea I was in the world. My wind was good, so she was calm. I got it drawn back. I got rested. I got my camera set on her in the opening where I thought she was going to be. She walked right into the clearing where I was planning on shooting her. Beautiful. Everything laid up perfect. It was a layup. And I think I just choked. Got on her. Held a little low. She was slightly quartering away. More so from my angle than the camera angle, because I'm a good 3 feet behind my camera. But so she's slightly quartering away. I line up a little low, aim for the exit, a little bit off. There's my puppy dog. Anyway, so I get aim for the exit, where it's going to come out. I think I've got a perfectly good angle. I release. She dropped a good 12 inches. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen, and she turned, I would say probably 60 degrees, just almost went from slightly quartering to completely facing away from me in a matter of seconds. It was wild. But honestly, the arrow actually looked like it made good entrance. Looked like it should have went right up through the chest cavity. I got super excited. I just knew she was down within 100 yards. I mean, I just thought she wasn't going anywhere the way the arrow hit. It sounded good. She acted crazy. She kicked and jumped up. She ran, cut out. She got out in front of me about 80 yards and started stumbling around, and I thought, oh man, she's going to go down right there. She didn't. She started running again. She got off into that pine thicket in front of me where what used to be a cutover, and I figured she got up in that thick stuff and just went down there to die. And so I got down out of the tree. I gave her about 2 hours. I got down, and Colton, my buddy, came, and I met up with him. So we go to check out the arrow, and we're gonna go see, how the blood looks, how the arrow looks, and everything. So I've watched the footage over and over. It looked like I hit her a little bit further back than I wanted to, and down some, but not bad. And anyway, he got there. We started looking at the arrow, had good blood on the arrow, everything looked good. We start blood trailing, and I mean, we have got tremendous amount of blood. I had actually left my camera up in the tree, so unfortunately I don't have any pictures of the blood trail, but my buddy can vouch for me. There was a lot of blood, and we had little bubbles in it, so I knew I had to have hit the lungs. We followed good blood for about 100 yards, and I kept thinking, to myself, and even Colton kept saying, I feel like I keep thinking we're just going to walk up on her. We had said it several times, and really thought that it was going to happen. Got up there. I guess we got in there probably, maybe 150, 160 yards in. Blood started getting a little more scarce. Got a little further into the thicket, and I mean, at this point we're just dang near crawling. It's horrible. It's so thick in there. But blood eventually just dried up at 360 or 376 yards, and we found the last drop of blood we found. We crawled around in that thick stuff down in that bottom for 2.5 hours. Never did find the deer. So it was a learning experience for me. I didn't anticipate. I was anticipating a drop. I was not anticipating that deer to whirl forever on me. Honestly, I think if she hadn't have dropped, I would have completely shot right under her. Just honestly. But she turned the hard quartering away. I still thought that the arrow got in there. I thought that it looked good. I thought like it had to have went through vitals, but unfortunately, I did not find the deer. But so fast forward a couple days, here we are. It is the last day of archery season, and as you can tell, I'm not in the woods. I'm not going to be able to hunt today. I had to take care of the dog. My fiance is going out with some friends. She had a test today in school. She's goes to school here. She's in college here, and she's working on her doctorate. So she finished up her last test for the week before Thanksgiving break. So she went out with some friends tonight. So I'm kind of taking care of the dog. So that's kind of where I'm at tonight. But I know that gun season starts tomorrow, and that's what I've been doing, is getting my guns out, cleaning them, getting them ready, and then I just threw all my Black Rifle coffee around them, to take a cool little picture, maybe Snapchat some buddies. But anyway, you get the idea. But so I'm gonna probably be hunting. I've got to actually go back on shift in the morning, and I work 24-hour shifts, so I'll be on until Saturday morning. But Saturday morning, when I get off at 6 o'clock Saturday morning, I will be headed to the woods, and I'm gonna try to jack up my saddle again and film and see if I can't shoot a deer. Hopefully my luck will start changing now that gun season's getting here. The deer are starting to get on their feet a little more. Here in Mississippi, it's really just now getting good and cold this month. So the whole month of October was pretty warm. Didn't have a whole lot of activity, even though I sat a ton of sits. But I'm thinking things are going to start picking up. I'm starting to see more deer in the mornings, and looking forward to getting out there Saturday morning, and hopefully I can put something on the ground for you guys and make it happen. But for now, we'll see you next time, guys.